What is up, you guys? It's Max here, and welcome back to another LeetCode solution video. In this one, we're going to solve reverse string, and if you want a link to this solution, I've put my GitHub repository straight in the description box below. So what we're given as input is an array of characters, and it doesn't want us to allocate extra space for another array, and we just have to modify the input array in place. And we can assume that all the characters will be principal ASCII characters. So we take a look at the examples, and we have hello, and it got reversed because the H is in the back and the O is in the front, and same thing here. So what I like to do is bring the problem description and the problem straight in my IDE so we can debug if need be. So that's what I've done. Basically, I set up the class and method, and I just set up an instance of that class. Two arrays will be testing, and we pass those arrays through the method, and they should be altered because lists are mutable in Python. So if we do any actions to those in the method, it will alter the original copy, and we'll see that when we print out the result at the end. So right now, if I were to run Python reverse string, we could see that right here, nothing has been done to these two arrays. They're still the same. Let me clear screen. Python actually, if we do s.reverse, boom, because that's the name of our input array, and we run this, this actually does it for us because Python is awesome like that. But we're going to go through the exercise of just writing the algorithm ourselves, but just know that this exists because it's pretty cool. So let's just hit return. So first, let's understand how the algorithm works. So for this example, I'm going to take the first one, hello, and we can think of how to solve this if we have two pointers. And essentially what you can do is have one pointer that starts at the end of the array and one pointer that starts at the starting position of the array. So for example, so the right pointer would be at the position where O is, and the left pointer would be at the position where H is. And essentially you just swap whatever character is in that position with the other. Boom. Then those pointers are still at those positions, right? And then you'd increment the left pointer in one position, and you decrement the right pointer in one position. So now we'd be on the E, and the right pointer would be on the L. So essentially you'd swap them again. Boom, 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 boom. And now we'd decrement the right pointer and we increment the left pointer. And then they'd be at equal positions in the array. So what we could do is set up a while loop. While the left is less than the right, we would perform the swapping. And if they're equal or left becomes greater than the right, then we'd stop the whole process in between. So let's set that up now. So I'll save this puppy. And so let's set up the pointers first. So essentially, let me think. Set up the left and right pointer. So left, right, we'll just assign two things at the same time. And we'll say the position will be 0 for the left one because we want to initialize it at the beginning of the array. And the other one will be the integer for the end of the array because lists are 0 indexed in Python. Now we just want to, let's see, left pointer will increment while right decrements. And we'll do this while the left one is less than the right pointer, while the left position is less than the right position until they meet in the center and they're equal, or if the array is only too long, in this case, when left is greater than right. So we want to do the swapping, obviously. And so we'll say s sub left, comma, s sub right, and then we'll just swap them. S right, s left. Save. And then we need to do the operation of increment left pointer, decrement right pointer. So we'll say a left comma right, we'll alter them both at the same time, is equal to left plus 1 and right minus 1. And that should be the whole algorithm. I'm going to run it and see if it works. Python reverse string, and look at that, we have our solution. And so we could actually solve this problem with recursion, but that would increase the space complexity, because you would have to, if it's a huge array, you would have to wait for all of the frames of the recursion stack to be done when it meets the base case. So that would increase the space complexity. For this one, the space complexity is it's constant. It's O of 1, because we're only going to need the left and right pointer in memory. So these two variables, two integers. And then the time complexity would be O of n, because we just have to go through the whole array. No matter how big the array is, we have to go through the whole thing still. And that's pretty much the solution. And let's bring our solution straight into LeetCode so we get the satisfaction of seeing that solved. Run code. And boom, accepted. We did it. If you'd like to connect with me on Twitter or GitHub, I'm very active on both of those sites. And you can also reach me at my personal website at maxwelldemayo.github.io. Thanks for tuning in, and peace.